Hey, my name is beck'10 and I am a 2010 Religious Studies major from Pomona College. And this video is on what Pomona taught me and why that means that I support the Pomona workers in a fair and peaceful process to unionize. I want to start out by sharing a quote with you that I used for my senior thesis, and then again upon graduating in a note to a professor. It's a line that defines my experience at Pomona, both academically and also politically. It was written by Maurice Blanchot, a famous French writer. He wrote, "Learn to think with pain." What does this mean? When I wrote my thesis, it was about holding contradictions, realizing that good critical thinking usually results in about 15 different conclusions. And when you try to synthesize them, the result is inevitably strained and tenuous. When I wrote it to my professor, it was about being challenged at Pomona, about no matter how tight my argument was or well-reasoned my conclusion. In the religious studies department, or maybe this is a liberal arts thing in general, there are always holes to poke and ends to fray. When I was thinking about what I wanted to say for this video and what Pomona taught me, this quote surfaced with all kinds of new colors for me. With all that's happening between the Pomona workers and the Pomona administration, and the far-reaching implications for all parts of our communities, the phrase rings of responsibility, of love, of commitment, pride, imperative, and heartache. Learn to think with pain as a companion, as the subject, a condition, and tentative acceptance of the fact that I don't understand everything that's happening at Pomona, and I don't know exactly what will make things better for the Pomona workers, and therefore for the Pomona community as a whole. But in thinking with those pains, as Pomona taught me, this much is clear. I remember that as a student at Pomona, this issue felt almost too confusing to touch. I didn't feel like I had the space to make my own analysis. But since graduation, away from the flood of information and misinformation on campus, I have thought a lot about who has power here, and who does not. This is something that I learned how to do at Pomona. I've looked critically at last year's ban on workers talking to students while on shift, and at the timing and repercussions of the document inspection. I have seen the way that those things created fear among Pomona workers and those in solidarity with workers. And suddenly the web of control is looking much more clear. All that said, I love Pomona. I think of love as being about having a deep care and deep connection for something. In essence, a sense of mutual belonging and mutual responsibility. So yeah, I love Pomona. I love the students, the professors, the workers, the alumni. Having worked closely with many staff as a resident advisor and in the donor relations department, I also love the Pomona administration. And so it is from that love, that deep sense of care and connection, mutual belonging, and mutual responsibility, and from having thought long and with pain on the subject, that I support the Pomona College workers in a fair and peaceful process to unionize.